All right, we are live. Feeling alive, feeling alive. Doot, doot, doot. Okay, coming in hot with a really good training for you. We are going to chat about mastering the art of multitasking, crafting an online umpire while navigating the 9 to 5. Yup, that was me about 5 years ago. So if you are new to my show, my name is Michelle Churchill Dworak. I have been in the online space of making money online from my phone for nearly 5 freaking years now. I had absolutely zero business being in business. It's crazy because I had no Instagram, no YouTube, no TikTok, and less than 200 friends on Facebook, which were all friends and family members who would never be supportive of me making money online. And today, not only do I have over 100,000 followers, but as a full-time HR specialist and as a hairstyle cosmetologist, and after owning a cleaning business and also being a manager of a restaurant, I now help normal people like yourself make fantastic money from home on the side of their full-time job as a side income in this economy. And I wholeheartedly am obsessed with bringing you the tips and tricks that will take your business today from average to freaking savage, baby. So let me know if you're coming in and you're new. Hashtag new below. I want to give you a air 5. I might have chocolate on my face. I just made a homemade fudgesicle this morning with some chocolate pudding and Greek yogurt, and I just went to town on it. And right before I got on, I was like, is there a scab all over my chin? And I'm like, no, it's just chocolate. So yes. So I actually have 5 tips and hacks for you, the person who is struggling to find time to work this business in between the crevices of the 9 to 5. Because let's be real, a 9 to 5 really is, I got to get up and I got to get ready, to I got to get up and I got to get my kid off to school, to I have to sit in traffic for 30 minutes and I have to do it on the way back. So really your 9 to 5 is like an 8 to 6, which leaves us with little time to work our business. But what I found is this business is that consistency trumps absolutely everything. So the first thing that I want to bring up to you is utilizing predictive text. I got started in the industry back almost 5 years ago, and I actually started with a previous company. And I was with the company, loved their workouts, loved their nutrition plan, loved the trainers, the events, the people, the community, and everything. I was wholeheartedly in love and obsessed, but I actually came across a personal development book. Because if you're an entrepreneur, drop a number 1 in the comment section. You're reading personal development, right? Doing something to grow yourself. Because honestly, if I wasn't doing personal development and nurturing my mindset each and every day, I don't think that I'd be able to come out of my bedroom, because the mind can wander and do and tell us crazy things. I've just learned to stop listening to my thoughts and instead pour positive shiz into my mind. Smash that heart button if you're like, that's a good idea. That's the only difference between me and you. Okay. So predictive text is when you can actually go into your phone and you can go to YouTube. I could do a whole training on this, but you are going to go to YouTube and you are going to search predictive text for iPhone, or you are going to search predictive text for an Android. And there are a lot of things that as entrepreneurs to build relationships that we do day in and day out. And if you're not, hopefully this is a little bit of a nudge for me. Okay, I can start implementing this in my business to grow it, to maximize it. So for me, I send birthday messages every day to someone who is their birthday. A simple message that's as simple as this. Let's look. It'll say, B-Day. All I have to type is BDAY, and it'll say, hey, Kristen, I wanted to reach out and wish you a very, very happy birthday. I hope that you have the best day ever. What are you doing to celebrate? So every day I send that to probably 5-10 people. And as my following grows, it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And for me to sit there and text that to every single person, that could be a lot of my time freed up, right? So I created a BDAY exclamation point as my shortcut. And when I write that and populate it just by hitting it, it automatically pops all of my verbiage for me to be able to copy, paste, but change the name so that I'm working smarter instead of working harder. So predictive text for me is set up on all the things that I'm doing every single day, which are basically our daily operations that we need to, daily activities that we should be doing in order to grow our business. So birthday messages. You can go right at the top bar. You can search birthday. You can search birthdays for the day. You can do BDAY, all one word for the shortcut. And then you can put the full message of like, hey, Brittany, I wanted to reach out. Happy freaking birthday. I hope you have the best day ever. What are you doing to celebrate? Because there's people that I do that to, and they respond back and they're like, by the way, I've been meaning to reach out to you. Can you let me know about that collagen fat burner that you're using? And plus, you're just being a good human. And every single person, I truly wholeheartedly believe, were put onto this planet to be special. And that is a way that you can be special, by reaching out to them. So predictive text does that for me. I just do BDAY. You go into your settings, then you go into keyboard. Again, write this down and go to YouTube, do the short training, or do it for the Android. Predictive text. Follow it along, super simple. If I can do it, you can do it. I did this back 4.5 years ago. The next one, I have my follow-up in there. I have numerous follow-ups. Sometimes I have follow-up with a 1 next to it. Sometimes I have follow-up with the number 2 next to it. Sometimes I have a follow-up with the number 3 next to it with no spaces. You can't have any spaces in predictive text. It won't let you save it. But for example, hey, Brittany, happy freaking be a good human. Happy Wednesday to you. I noticed you didn't get a chance to add into that simple clean results group that I invited you into. Shoot me a thumbs up once you accept my invite. And if you're not interested anymore, no big deal. I think you're awesome either way. So there's another one, my follow-up 1. Okay, they still haven't added into the group. Maybe now they're in the group and I tagged them so I can hit follow-up 2, something that says, hey, Brittany, I wanted to reach back out to you. First and foremost, happy Tuesday to you. I wanted to see if you had a chance to check out that stuff that I tagged you inside of the group. What did you like best about it? ? Or sound like something you'd be interested in ? Okay. I don't have to type that to every person. If I ATM'd 5 people yesterday, I don't want to waste 5 minutes being like, well, what should I say exactly? And I don't want to twist my words and I want to have posture. So the company that I'm a part of, we have top leaders that actually have created boards, apps with our actual company. So we have a lot that I like to tweak that sounds like me. But a lot of the gist of the follow-up I'm using. I'm having posture in that conversation. Okay. And I'm borrowing that posture until I get to a point in the conversation where I actually truly feel this is what I should be saying. You know what I mean? Like I should have control of this conversation. I should be a good human. I should follow back up and so forth. So my follow-ups are all done through predictive text. I'm not sitting there copy paste. I'm 3 words, it populates it. 3 words, it populates it. My invite. If I have a product on my stories every day, I can literally specifically go to every single person who's on that specific story. And I could take 5 people a day, which every day for a week, that's 35 people. That's over 120 a month. That adds up. Because at the end of the day, whoever has the most conversation is going to win. Okay. Anyone can tell you that. If you are the person that will outwork absolutely everybody, or that is someone that you look up to, that person is only one step further than you because their numbers are higher than yours. Okay? That's it. So my invite, if I see a product, I could simply, if I see them on my story and they've never been open to taking a look at my product, I could simply put INV, and then it'll populate like, hey, Brittany, happy Thursday. Thanks for stopping by on my story. Totally curious. I have found this supplement with a tablespoon a day has helped me in many ways. Curious, are you open to taking a peek? If not, no big deal. Instead of every day typing that, or if someone comes across on my post that I posted about curiosity, not just typing that over and over again, but just doing INV onto the next, INV onto the next, so that we can spend our time having conversations instead of typing. Okay. So that's populated when we have promos on something, like if it's a free spoon, our product has a spoon. I can say something like, I can create the text around it, and then I can just put like promo, and I can have PROMO exclamation point, and then I can have that populate it for like a promo. And you can always go into your settings. So for the iPhone, you would go to settings, you would go to general, you would go to keyboard, and then you would go to text replacement. Like, here's all of mine. I have one for when I ATM people, what I tag them in. So I can just do like ATM1. I tag them in a second video in the group, ATM2. So it populates my text. So all of this stuff about our products and stuff, or if their cart's been completed, I just type cart and all of this is populated, and you can add and replace it and delete it. But as you can see, I have a huge funnel of them, which saves me time and has me working smarter instead of harder. If you're doing something a lot of times on repeat, or you're getting asked about something that you're doing, like, ma'am, how do I take this product? You need to create something around it that can replace your time. Okay. So let's say that again. If you're getting asked, like, how do I use this product? Or how do you send out so many messages? You need to create something around that. Okay. So that you can eliminate you out of the picture. Okay. So it can speed up and give you more time back. Okay. So the second thing is utilizing Boards app. I know a lot of you know about Boards now. It was a foreign language to me a year ago. So crazy to think. But the Boards app is a free app that literally is like a keyboard that will hold all your information, all your prospects, all your scripts, all your promos, you name it. You can create folders in there. And the Boards app makes it so that you can open it up through the keyboard. You can go to prospects, you can click up, you can do whatever you want. So you could really have all your predictive text, INV period stands for. All of this could also be transformed to the Boards app so that you could copy, paste, instead of, again, going and recreating message after message after message after message. Because as your business grows and as your customer pod grows, you're going to notice more time being spent doing that. Each person that buys a product from me gets my fat loss course. If I was like, here's my fat loss course, congratulations to you, move on to step 1. And once you get to step 1, screenshot what you get back to me. Super excited for you. Well, if I said that every single time, like, that was a waste of time. I could put checked out. That means I checked out, and have that message every time populate to them just by spelling out checked out, saving me time. Over time, weeks turn into months turn into years. That's saving you time, which is making you what? More money. So the Boards app, creating your own, having everything in Boards app so you're not running around all over the place looking for stuff. If you're utilizing videos, have them in there, but have them set in your predictive text, because at the end of the day, that's even more sufficient. Typing out a couple words in your, on your screen and having it populate an entire message for you versus getting out of the keyboard, going into Boards. So as you can see, it helps, but you could create boards for your new people who are coming on board so that they can utilize having something at their fingertips instead of going to multiple locations and inside of a team page and inside of here. It's all utilized in one location. Number 3, voice notes. I am in the health and wellness industry. And after using MyFitnessPal and being on a health and wellness journey for over 5 years, I've kind of mastered water intake and mastered using my fitness pal and came across a few tools to figure out how many calories I should be consuming and all that fun jazz. So now I have a voice note that I have created. And this is another thing that I didn't know. Did you know that on Messenger, you have yourself? So you have on Messenger, Michelle Churchill Dworak. You can search yourself and you can save or forward things that people send you to remind yourself of them. So if someone says something to you and you're like, I never want to forget this, you can forward it to yourself and you will always have that in your Messenger. So for me, I got to a point where everyone wasn't doing step one. They weren't screenshotting it back to me. They were kind of getting my fat loss course and not applying it. So I did a voice message after people were reaching out and reaching out and reaching out. And I noticed they weren't doing anything with it. I'm like, I need to spin this. And I'm sick of like telling people how serious this is. So I went into Messenger of Michelle Dworak. I sent myself a message by hitting the microphone button. And I said, I am so freaking excited for you. So here is my fat loss course. We want step one done before your order even freaking ships. Okay. So I want you to go in to this fat loss course, click on step one, complete the 3 things it asks you to do. It's going to give you results. I want you to screenshot the results and I want you to send it right back to me. Once you send it back to me, I want you tomorrow to track a typical day of eating. I don't want you to change anything. I want you to track just like you would eat if it was a typical Thursday. If you go to Starbucks to get your nails done tomorrow, I want you to just add to your food diary exactly what it is that you are eating. And at the end of the day, I just want you to screenshot it to me. So now every new customer that I have, guess what? When I'm sending that fat loss course, I'm forwarding that voice message to every single one of them. So that every time I'm not like showing them and thoroughly explaining what step they should be doing and exactly how they should be doing it. Thank you, Susan. So that's a huge little nugget to send yourself a voice message. I also have a lot of people who have tried the product and who in my previous company didn't get results. And I had done a voice message that really helped by saying, hey, I understand. When I first took this product, I didn't get results. And what I found is if your water intake isn't where it's supposed to be, which is supposed to be half of your weight, and then if you do drink any diuretics, which are, pop, coffee, tea, or alcohol, you have to add that back in on top of half of your weight, your body can't even effectively burn fat. These supplements are going to work for you and not against you, but you've got to have your water intake there. Also, I realized that if you don't consume enough protein based on your age, your height, your weight, your activity level, and the fact that you're a male or a female, your body's going to have some troublesome turning your muscle, improving your muscle tone, and turning fat into lean muscle or shedding it off your body. Would you be open to trying the product with getting enough water and consuming enough protein? If not, no big deal. But what I found is it paid wonders for me. So that voice note will be saved. So anyone who's kind of like, I've tried something like this in the past. Okay, great. Forward. Instead of spending 2-3 minutes, if I'm doing that 4 times a day, that's 12 minutes of my day. That's over an hour of my week. That's an additional power hour that I could be doing that is going to grow and move the pin forward in my business. If this is valuable information, smash that fire button, hashtag fire signs below, smash the heart button and hit this share button so that you can share this valuable information with people that you know that are out there trying to make money on social media as a normal human being. Okay? So voice messages are amazing. You're just going to record yourself once, send it to yourself, then you're going to hold it down, click forward, and whoever you want to send it to. And if you down the road get a virtual assistant, look at how duplicatable this may be. Okay. Saving also for 3-way chats. The company that I'm a part of, the closing rate went up to over 75% when I joined this company because of 3-way chats. So, for example, if I reach out to a customer who's getting results and I say something like, "Oh my gosh, like Brittany, I'm so happy that you're getting such phenomenal results. Totally curious, do you like money?" No, but seriously, could you use some extra money? I am picky about who it is that I choose to work with, but you are insert a genuine compliment about that person. You are an admirable person. You are a positive person. Would you be open to taking a look at what it is that I do if it didn't interfere with what it is that you're already doing? If not, no big deal. Okay. And say Brittany comes to me and she says, yes. So then I say, great. I send her a pointer to a tool to see what it is that I do, let her know when I'm going to circle up to follow up. And when I do, I let her know whatever she says she likes best, I relate. Oh my goodness. Like that's something that I loved when I first took a peek as well. So what I'm going to do now is actually throw you into a three-way chat with some of the amazing humans that I work with. You'll kind of see how we do things and get to know other people other than me, and we'll go from there. So I'll add her into a group where I'll use leaders who are a part of my team and I'll edify them. Like, this is Rebecca. She's a freaking rock star. She crushes this business on the side of her full-time HR job. She's been in the industry for 6 months. She freaking, edifying them. Then I'll have Linda, same thing, crushing it. She's a professor, such a rock star. She's been in the industry for almost a year. She was in a previous company. She earns a check with a comma month after month after month. And then as we close them inside of the three-way chat, as you can see, I can have all of these edifying moments of the person that's in the chat saved so that each time I'm not squirming to be like, oh yeah, what about Rebecca again? She's amazing. What about Linda? And if that's not in the boards app, it needs to be in my predictive text. So then I just know when I create a three-way chat, I can say three-way chat, all my stuff populates, and now we're on with the show and it's duplicatable for anyone to come in and do this business. Okay. So that's a huge one. And then a video sharing how you use something. I had a lot of people reach out to me and ask me how to navigate and use the products that I follow. I follow the #1 weight loss supplement in the United States of America. It's wholeheartedly changed my life. There's 3 things that are a part of it. And a lot of people, no matter what, even with directions, don't know how to use it. So I finally got to a point where so many people were asking me, I created a video. I just got out, recorded myself on YouTube or recorded myself on my camera and said, all right, you guys have done this. So don't be afraid. Like, if you ever want to get better at something, which I understand how you feel, I'm at a point right now where like I'm just about next level, like a really big next level, like compared to, I mean, I'm already next level, you know what I mean? But I'm talking like multiple 6 figures levels. And it gets a little bit like, like I don't know what to do, like kind of like intimidating, but push. You know what I mean? Like, it's okay, Michelle, get uncomfortable. Like just go out there and do the things you should do, and that's how you'll get better at it. So if you're afraid of the video, I understand. But guess what? The only way you're going to bypass that and actually become good at it is by doing it. So you better just start doing it, right? So I'll actually be like, I'm super excited for you. Your product probably hasn't arrived yet, but we want you to be most prepared as possible. So I want to walk you through how to use it, because what I found is when it came to my door, I was a little bit overwhelmed. So your product is going to come, your system's going to come with 3 things, okay? I'm not going to name particular products because this is a generic training to everybody making money on social media. But basically, you use the collagen every single morning, 1 tablespoon, okay? It doesn't break your fast if you are a faster. So you can just take that. You can either put it into a smoothie or you can put it into water, or you just take the tablespoon. It tastes good. But if you're weird about texture, that's that. I give them a few options. Make sure it's 1 tablespoon. It's in the morning. Set a timer and leave out a spoon so you can remember until this is a new habit. Because that's another thing people struggle with. If they're constantly saying they're forgetting to take their product, we need to give them something to remind them. I understand how you feel because I felt the exact same way. What I found is timers. I know I'm running out the door with my daughter at 7:30. The timer goes off at 7:25. I'm not going to forget. Okay. At lunchtime, we take a bourbon to help keep the blood sugars leveled so we don't have massive cravings and to sustainability energy during the day. So at breakfast, you take it, and lunch, and 5 hours before bedtime. have alarms going off for your first 30 days. Okay. In the morning, have it next to your spoon for your collagen. At lunch, have it with either your lunch bag or the money that you're going to use to go out to lunch. And 5 hours before bedtime, I always set a timer and I just have it inside of my purse where I always am. And then lastly, your first 3 nights, you're going to start with the cleanse. It's aloe based. Don't think you can't go to work or take it. You can. You're going to mix it with 8 ounces of water. It's going to thicken up fast. So drink it, go to bed, wake up. It's aloe based. It's subtle, but gets the job done. You're going to do that the first night, the second night, and the third night. You eat as is, and that's it. If you have any questions, the best way to get a hold of me is via text because I'm not always in my messenger all day while I'm at my full-time job. This is what I used to say. I no longer am at my full-time job, and then I give them my phone number. But now every new customer, this can just be outsourced, that they have a video. I can create a checklist if I want, or see if that's something in my back office instead of constantly having to explain over and over again how to use the supplement, or someone in a group saying, well, I don't know where to start, or what do I start with? What do I do? We don't want them to be overwhelmed. Okay. And the last thing is to save hashtags that are working for you. You should never be like, okay, I need 30 hashtags for losing 25 pounds. Like, lost 25 pounds. Like, that's like 6 minutes of trying to get 30 hashtags. And if you're not utilizing hashtags, you're not leveraging the power of how many people can actually see your content. So make sure that you're using hashtags less than 1 million people. You want like the thousands, okay? You don't want it to get buried. So if you search 30 and fit and that's got 1 million, maybe it's 30 and fitish, or maybe it's over 30 and fit has only 800,000. And then you just save them, and you can either put them in predictive text. You can put like weight loss hashtag and they can all populate out. Or again, you can have this inside of your boards app where you have access to be able to pull it up through your keyboard, see that it's your weight loss hashtags. Because I have weight loss, I have skincare, I have social retail, I have girl mom. Like, I have all my hashtags so that I'm not spending that time doing that. And even if I post content and hire a VA for an hour a day, I can say, hey, these are the hashtags you use. This for this, they're labeled, copy, paste, throw them in the comment section, move on with your day. All of this is by working harder, smarter instead of harder. Long term, you know how many hours that I have saved by implementing this my first week in my first company, and to still implement it today? A huge time savior. Now you can get out and start 15 conversations in less than 15 minutes. Now you can go up through your follow-up list in 5 minutes instead of 20 minutes. Now you can wish all those people a happy birthday and build up those relationship funnels by having it done in less than 3 minutes. So this is going to save you time, money, and energy. Let me know in the comment section what your takeaway is. Make sure you subscribe to my podcast, Michelle Churchill Dworak, on the podcast app, Michelle Churchill Dworak. Subscribe. Every week I come to you with the latest and greatest tips and tricks on how to monetize your business on social media. I share how I did $50,000 in sales in the month of February, and how I consistently help other people like you and myself recruit up to 10 new people each and every month, utilizing social media as a normal person. So make sure you are in my private Facebook group on Facebook where this is being streamed. You want to head over to the link in my bio on Facebook, Michelle Churchill Dworak. You'll see a mompreneur goal diggers group. It's absolutely free. Every Monday, we have a power hour that is absolutely lit on fire. It'll take your business from average to savage just by plugging into that power hour each day, Monday through Friday. And then I give you a new one each and every week so you don't get sick of the same content. So make sure you subscribe to that podcast, comment below one of your takeaways, tag a team member, hit the share button, and make sure you're in that Facebook group. Free, tons of value and tons of content for you to take your business in 2023 From average to freaking savage, baby. And remember, you were freaking destined to be special. Every single person in this world was destined to be special. You might be living off of past thoughts and you might be living off of negative thoughts, but let me tell you something. Focus more on pouring positive into your brain by listening to my podcast, reading books like The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson, reading books like Go for No, reading books like The Compound Effect, and pay less attention to those thoughts that are trying to hold you back from the amazing, special human being who you are. Get out there and get after it. You got this. Until next time.